Yes guys, just here, back with another video. You read the title. There's a potential massive trap scenario playing out in crypto right now. As you can see on the screen, we have Bitcoin breaking down from this rising wedge pattern, and potentially we have a big crash coming. However, I think this is a massive trap. I have a lot of altcoin signals as well prepared for you guys, feeding into this narrative. We have Ethereum ready for you guys, and of course the Bitcoin scenarios laid out in front of the table. So make sure to be watching till the end, and let's make sure to smash up that like button. So if we can get above 10 likes this video, that'll be absolutely amazing. And with that being said, let's get straight away into this banger. Bow. So looking at the news this week, on Monday we had Trump meeting Zelensky, and long story short, essentially Zelensky said that it was impossible for him to actually concede territory to Russia, indicating that there's not going to be any peace anytime soon. However, if there's any changes this week, this will be incredibly bullish for markets. So off of the back of this news, we had a dump in the S&P, and of course we had Bitcoin dumping as well. So that wasn't looking too good. And of course today, which is Wednesday, we have our FOMC meeting minutes from the July meeting dropping in and around that 2 p.m. mark from the time of this recording, and it's in a few hours. So perhaps a lot of you guys are watching this already out, and we should definitely expect volatility. So that's one thing that's coming for the news for today. And as for tomorrow, we have jobless claims, and on Friday we have Powell speaking at the Jackson Hole event. So to sum that up, essentially that just means that we're going to have a lot of volatility, and a lot of the scenarios I'm going to be playing out here, essentially we need to be keeping our eyes on, because anything can happen right now when we have a lot of news. So we need to be prepared for every single scenario. Now firstly, as you can see on the screen, Bitcoin is broken down from this rising wedge pattern. Last video, it was literally at the brink of breaking down, and now it's actually broken down. So this is not looking too good. This is our first warning sign that we're getting for Bitcoin. And if we actually plot this out as a range, comparing it to our range we had in January, you can see that we're actually on support right now. So this is one good sign that Bitcoin is actually demonstrating it's holding support quite nicely. So we need to be seeing if we're going to be holding this in the next few hours, especially with our FOMC meeting minutes coming out. And of course, if we zoom in a bit more, we can see that this is the last point where we need to 100% be holding. This is one of the most significant levels, because if you have a closer look at the Bitcoin price, you can see that we've been in an uptrend. We've been trending towards the upside, higher highs and higher lows. And essentially, if we actually breach this pattern, so this is our next higher low, and we actually create a lower low, then of course this can actually send us towards the downside a bit more. This is going to, break the pattern of a higher highs and higher lows. You can see we've had higher highs and higher lows, but if we break this down, of course, then the trend is definitely going to be shifting, and we can actually be in for a bigger correction where this rising wedge actually starts to play out. So to sum it up, we need to be holding this level. This level is about 111k for the Bitcoin price. If Bitcoin can hold 111k and we can actually start to see some relief, then of course we might be out of the woods. We might be continuing this massive trend towards the upside, just like we highlighted on previous videos. And one reason why I'm thinking this is because we have our global liquidity actually still trending towards the upside, and this is indicating that Bitcoin is going to be following suit. So of course, this is predicted a price early on since the double bottom scenario that we've covered on the channel, and it's actually plotted the Bitcoin price perfectly. The global liquidity is giving us a nice directional bias, and it's been playing out. But of course, if Bitcoin is going to be deviating this trend and when can't hold 110k, then of course I think that we're going to be in for a massive reversal towards the downside. Now a lot of people may be thinking that we've topped out right now due to this double top scenario playing out again. We can see that in 2021 we had a higher high being put in of our previous all-time high, creating some sort of a bearish divergence and a double top scenario, and this is the exact same thing we're having. We have bearish divergence on the RSI, and of course we have this double top scenario playing now. And essentially I just want to be saying that I don't think it's likely. Long story short, just like we said in our last video, in 2013 we had a massive pump towards the upside followed by a correction, then we put in our cycle top. In 2017 it was just a parabola towards the upside, and in 2021 it was a double top. So every time we had a cycle top for Bitcoin's history, it's never been the same, and I doubt that this cycle is going to be just a double top again, just like the previous one. I think we're going to have our own unique top being put in this cycle, especially due to how nicely we've been holding up. We've been having a pump, then a correction towards the sideways direction, and of course another pump, and then a correction towards the sideways direction. And then this is the trend since we had institutional demand holding the Bitcoin price up. So we never had any big corrections like we previously had in prior cycles. And I think this is definitely going to change the style of the top that we're going to have this time. I think it's likely we can have some sort of a distribution from the institutions before we start to move towards the downside again. So in my opinion, that's one of the many variants that could happen. We need to be keeping our finger on the pulse. We need to be making sure that we ain't going to be losing track of when that cycle top will be. So make sure to be staying subscribed and be keeping your post notifications on, because whenever I see or sense a cycle top, I'll be 100% letting you guys know as soon as possible. In addition to that, we have 0 out of 30 of the bull market peak indicators telling us that the top is in, being flashed. It says 100% hold right here. You can see that all the indicators have not actually indicated the cycle top. Some of them are close, however it's still not confirmed yet. So in my opinion, I think that it's more likely that we follow the trajectory of the global liquidity than us actually breaking down from this rising wedge. As for Ethereum, we've been holding this bull flag pattern. Ethereum has been just consolidating, so I think that if we can actually break out from this trend line and hold this level, then Ethereum's going to be rocketing to the upside again. Ethereum's actually turned previous resistance into support on this recent dip, so this is a healthy correction, and I think it's time to be loading up on a dip. And of course, Ethereum is looking quite strong. This is a proven level that has been very significant, and we've just tagged it on the lower time frames. So I think this is the perfect level to be accumulating Ethereum. We've grabbed all the downside liquidity, and the majority is actually above us. And as you can see, a lot of people are actually shorting Ethereum. So if we look at who's buying Ethereum, we can see that institutions are actually buying Ethereum as well, whilst a lot of people are shorting. So this is indicating that, you know, institutions like Bitmine, Sharplink, and the Ether machine, they're all buying Ethereum, of course. So this is indicated that they're seeing something in a longer term Ethereum price. So looking on the monthly time frame, we can see that the MACD is still bullish for Ethereum, indicating that the target for Ethereum is a lot higher than we are right now. And that's looking extremely good for Ethereum. So I won't be bearish on Ethereum. I'll be looking for Ethereum to go a lot higher than a lot of people are thinking right now. So if you're enjoying the video and you're agreeing with my opinion, make sure to check out our first link down below for Bittrex. Bittrex is an exchange that can allow you to buy Ethereum. It can allow you to buy Bitcoin and other altcoins as well. And all you need to do is click that first link that will take you to this page over here. And the sign up process takes less than 2 minutes. And of course, this will be helping to support the channel, and of course, it'll be helping to support yourself also, since you're going to be getting over 100,000 in rewards if you're actually going to be using that first link down below. You can see that I have a campaign here, and you have until 19th of September to be claiming your bonuses. So if you deposit $2,000, you'll be getting $400 to be trading with, which is absolutely mind-blowing in my opinion. So make sure to be checking our first link down below for Bittrex if you want to be loading up on the dip, you want to be buying some altcoins, and you want to be claiming those juicy bonuses over there. So speaking about altcoins, we have altcoins versus Ethereum approaching support right now, and we have the Bitcoin dominance still trending towards the downside with the Bitcoin dominance death cross on the lower time frames. So this is 100% a flashing signal in my opinion for your altcoins. I think in the longer term, the Bitcoin dominance is going to crash towards the downside just like it has in the previous cycles. And I don't think that altcoin season is off the table like a lot of people may be saying. I still think that the altcoin season is massively underway. It's just Bitcoin is finding its distribution. It's starting to calm down, and the volatility is going to start to decrease, and that's where you're going to see the flows come in towards Ethereum and your altcoins. So altcoins like XRP is in a bullish pennant right now, which is looking quite good. You have Cardano perfectly testing the support level just like we predicted on our previous video. You also have Solana still gearing up for this massive move just like it did in the late 2023 early 2024, which is looking absolutely amazing. And you have Total 3 looking perfect to be skyrocketing towards the $5 trillion to $7 trillion mark over there. You can see that in 2017 we had a massive pump towards this trend line. 2021 we did as well, and right now we're quite far from the trend line, offering a lot of opportunity. So in my opinion, this is the best time to be accumulating your altcoins right now. You can see that we're not in altcoin season just yet, we're just in the middle. So this is the best time to be accumulating, because by the time we get to altcoin season, all the altcoins would have pumped already. So that'll be it for me. Make sure to smash up that like button, and make sure to be following me on X to be staying up to date with all my updates right here. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Have a blessed rest of your day. Peace guys. See ya. Bye bye.